talk coping. Real talk, real talk, real talk, real talk, real. A peer-led voluntary and casual group led by Chris Jackson. The goal of this session, when you're in a crisis or dealing with a heavy brain, being told to look on the bright side can feel like an insult and or minimizing your situation. Today, we are ditching toxic positivity and building neutral statements. Things that feel honest, realistic, and believable to our brains right now, keeping positivity in mind. An opening and ground rules. Thanks for coming. This is a completely voluntary peer group. You can talk, right, or just sit back and listen. Whatever fits your energy level today. The safety boundary.
The no judgment rule.
There are no wrong answers here, and we aren't here to force anyone to feel happy. Radical honesty is welcome. The core concept.
What is a neutral statement?
Toxic positive thinking tells us to ignore the bad stuff and pretend everything is great. But when you are dealing with depression, anxiety, or trauma, your brain rejects that because it feels fake. Instead, we want to find neutral statements and process them with some positivity to the best of our potential. A neutral statement doesn't pretend things are amazing. It just states the facts without giving up. It validates that things suck, but it reminds you that you are surviving. Let's look at classic toxic phrases and rewrite them into things we can actually use to progress. Everything happens for a reason. It minimizes pain and feels unfair. This is incredibly hard right now, but I am doing the best I can to get through it. I can feel completely overwhelmed and still take care of myself 1 hour at a time. You have so much to be grateful for. It triggers shame and makes you feel bad for struggling. My feelings are valid and it's okay that I need help and support. Does anyone have a phrase their brain tells them or a piece of advice they hate? Take a look at the neutral statements we talked about. The everything is a lesson cliches. These phrases try to force a silver lining onto pain, making people feel like they are failing if they don't find a profound spiritual or personal growth reason for their suffering. Everything happens for a reason. Why it hurts? It implies that trauma, tragedy, or chemical imbalances are part of a cruel plan rather than just painful realities. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Why it hurts? Sometimes what doesn't kill you just leaves you exhausted, traumatized, or needing a lot of support. Pain is just a state of mind. The mind over matter cliches. These phrases act like mental health is purely a choice or a lack of willpower, ignoring the complex biological and neurological roots of MDD, GAD, and AD. Happiness is a choice. Why it hurts? If people could simply choose to stop a panic attack or lift clinical depression, they wouldn't weaponize as wellness. Just change your mindset. Think positive thought. Why it hurts? It completely invalidates how hard it is to focus with ADD or stop hypervigilance with PTSD. You're just not trying hard enough. You have to want to get better. Negative thoughts attract negative things. Why it hurts? It creates massive anxiety by making people fear that their intrusive thoughts will physically ruin their lives. Stop overthinking everything. The shame and guilt cliche. These phrases try to use forced gratitude to fix depression, which usually just adds a layer of heavy guilt on top of an already exhausting day. You have so much to be grateful for.
Other people have it worse.
Why it hurts? Someone else is suffering. Doesn't erase yours. It makes people feel guilty for being ill. Look on the bright side. Smile. It could be worse. Don't worry. Be happy. You're letting your illness win. Why it hurts? Surviving a hard day on an inpatient unit is winning. Resting is not losing. Hurry up and heal cliches. These phrases put an arbitrary timeline on recovery, dismissing the reality that healing from complex trauma or managing lifelong conditions is a non-linear process. Time heals all wounds. Why it hurts? Time alone doesn't heal PTSD or MDD. Act as support therapy, coping tools, and sometimes medication do. You just need to put the past behind you. Why it hurts? PTSD is literally the brain struggling to realize the past is over. You can't just drop it on command. You used to be so high functioning.
I want the old you back.
You're too smart.
Strong to be struggling like this.
Just move on.
But you're good to bleach rev these phrases. It makes you wanna roll your eyes the hardest.
Change. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. To what didn't kill me was incredibly hard.
And I am allowed to rest while I recover.